welcome to Community Viewpoint. I'm your host tonight, Maria Hurst, and we have the pleasure of being joined by Jeff Peters from Great Basin College. Hello. We're going to be talking a little bit about what the college has going on, if you're interested in enrolling, deadlines, stuff like that. But first I want to talk a little bit about a magazine that KPVM puts out every month, and it is just a fantastic magazine. It's called The Valley Focus. And I want to talk about that a little bit because it's really a good tool to use. There's lots of, of course, exciting ads. There's coupons, but also there's a page in here that whether you've been a resident for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, or if you're brand new to the community, it's really handy. There's a business directory, there's a restaurant guide, and there's also a page in here that has all the local phone numbers to places that you might need to call. It's called the Frequently Called Numbers page, and it's just a great tool. Almost better than the phone book to have right at your fingertips because there is, emergency services, schools, and these are numbers that sometimes are difficult to find in the phone book. So it's really nice to have this book handy. And then, of course, you have your programming guide in the middle, and it'll show you, how you can get your favorite shows on KPVM. And, of course, Community Viewpoint. It'll show that we are airing Monday nights at 6:30 and Sunday mornings at 6:30. So we have one show 6:30 p.m. and one show 6:30 a.m. But this is just a great, great magazine. And then, of course, if you're interested in advertising in this magazine, it's very affordable, and lots of people read this magazine, and I like to talk about it because it really is a nice little magazine. So if you're interested in putting an ad in, you can call 727-9400 and talk to the sales department. Otherwise, just pick one up at one of your local merchants and see what kind of fun stuff we have in there. Okay. That's the Valley Focus. Thank you. So welcome, Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad to have you. And I'm glad we got to have you on now because I want to get this information out. You're from Great Basin College.
Yes.
You're an advisor. And so let's talk about, let's get a brief synopsis of the programs that Great Basin offers. If somebody's interested in going back to school, what kind of degrees, you don't have to name them all, but what's like, AA, BA, other kinds of programs, let's talk about that.
That's one of the nice things about Great Basin College here in the local community is that we have everything for anybody who wants. If you want to just get a quick degree, we have one-year certificate degrees, and those range from accounting to human services, which is a counseling degree, substance abuse counseling. That takes 1 year. We also have 2-year associate's degrees, and those, again, a broad range, ranging from criminal justice to accounting to, we have an early childhood education degree, and then we also go into the 4-year bachelor's degrees, the baccalaureate degrees. And I would say the two most popular ones for those are elementary education, secondary education, and then we also have a 3+1, which is a social work degree.
Okay. And do you also have some kind of nursing programs? Different
nursing
programs?
We do have a nursing program. It's a CNA program, Certified Nursing Assistant, and that's a 16-week program, and that is available here at the local college. The other one is we have an RN program. You could start here, but you would have to finish that at our main campus up in Elko. That's where the program is set up. We're not set up down here for the RN program. But the CNA you can definitely do here. Okay,
and isn't that recommended, like when you're first starting nursing, could you do the CNA program and then work yourself up to nursing, and that way you'd have you'd have a job to
Absolutely. Most programs don't require you to have a CNA to do their RN, but it is, it's definitely can help you. And so, yeah, you can start out with the CNA and then move your way up and get that knowledge, and that can definitely help you with the RN program.
Okay. I know, like with some companies, you start at the bottom and you can work your way up, and then all the ropes.
Yes, definitely.
So definitely doing a CNA, you could know nursing,
definitely.
From every aspect. Is the classes here transferable if somebody was to move out of state, or if they were coming in from out of state? Could they use their outside college credits to combine? I know that most things you can, but I've heard some stuff recently.
If you're trying to bring something in, it's going to depend on the school you're bringing it in for. They have to have a certain accreditation for us to accept those credits.
Okay.
And for us going out, we are designed to be as transferable as possible. but it is going to be up to the institution they're going to accept them or not. We try to make it so they will, but again, it will be up to that accepting institution. And like I said, for us, it's up to that school what type of accreditation, if we can accept them or not.
Okay.
So absolutely, we try to make it for as easy as possible, but it's going to be up to the other school to accept them or not.
Right. Okay. And Great Basin is they're accredited, so
Yes.
most schools should accept them.
They should, yes.
And you also have, you talked about the 3+1 program.
Yes.
And that degree is actually with UNR?
Correct. Okay. You do 3 years with Great Basin College. Your final year you do with UNR, and you actually receive your degree from the University of Nevada, Reno. Okay. And you don't actually have to go to University of Nevada, Reno to attend classes. You attend them through the internet and over what's called interactive video classes. So you never actually have to go to the UNR campus full time. There's a few times a year you'll have to go for, I can't believe what the word they would call them, but for
workshops.
Yeah, workshops.
Like
there you go.
Okay.
That's exactly right. You'd have to go for like a workshop, and that's like I think maybe 4 times during the whole entire program you would have to do that.
Oh, that's not bad.
So you don't
all.
actually have to attend UNR campus to do the degree. So that's really nice.
Okay. Now for classes, let's talk about getting into classes. So if you're in a degree program, you're interested in getting into a degree program, or you're just interested, people can just go and just take a computer class, just if they want to brush up on something.
Yes.
I have taken classes there before, and I know that this is a really great school. I've taken live and online, and I've had very good luck. Everybody is very helpful. The financial aid department's helpful. The people at the front desk are helpful. The people in the computer lab are helpful. You're helpful. Everybody's been very helpful. And I've had other great comments from other students. But if you are interested in going, you want to get in as soon as possible, because if somebody is to register later, there's a chance that their class might be dropped.
Exactly.
Okay.
Usually that takes, I would say probably in the early to middle January, they'll start deciding what classes aren't going to have high enough enrollment. So, for example, if you need like a communications class, say, and only 2 students have registered, there's a chance that class is going to get canceled just because of low enrollment. It's got to have a certain amount of students in it for that class to be able to go, and that'll probably be decided the 2nd or 3rd week of January. Okay. So if it's something you're going to want to take even if it's a current student, you're going to want to check on that just to make sure that you're, especially if you're on financial aid, if you're signed up for 12 credits and one of your classes gets canceled, then that drops you to 9 credits, and that's a significant drop in your financial aid. So you're going to want to check on that to make sure, and then, if it's something you want to take, you can help out another student by taking that class and add to the enrollment, and then maybe it's a class that you can save from being dropped. Okay.
So when you do like online enrollment, the internet is 24 hours.
Yes.
So you can go online. Oh, there's my camera. You can go online and you can enroll like over the Christmas holiday. You don't have to wait till January. You're going to be available this week until Thursday?
Yep.
Okay.
And we will be open till 3 o'clock on Thursday.
Okay. So 3 o'clock Thursday. There you are.
Yes.
So 3 o'clock on Thursday. Go ahead and.
So Monday through Wednesday will be open from 8 to 5. Thursday will be open from 8 to 3, and you can come in, and if you're a new student, you've never taken classes with us before, the process is we can get you in pretty fast, and if you need help on picking out classes or information, I can help you. We have really good office staff that's there to help. They can help you find classes, and we can get the process done pretty quickly.
Okay. Now, if somebody is confused, so as I was confused when I went in. So I can just talk from my personal experience. But I've heard from other students as well that you as an advisor, you can look at somebody's goals and kind of guide them into a direction. Look at what they want to do, how long they want it to take, and then kind of point them in the right direction.
Yes, that's exactly what I do. And we can print out, if you want to do, say, criminal justice, we can print out what's called a degree sheet, and it will list all the classes that are required to take to get an associate's degree in criminal justice. We have a law enforcement and a corrections emphasis, and we can list those off, and you can see what classes you'd have to take to go through that entire degree and get that associate's degree in criminal justice or whatever else you might want to take criminal justice is just my example I'm using. So we can come in and we'll sit down and we'll print you off a degree sheet, and we can see what classes you need to take and what else you need to do to get into that degree program and get that degree, and how long it's going to take you, and anything like that.
And if somebody also, I just want to throw this out because I had such a great time in this class, and I think that if you have any, if you're in a shell, if you're afraid to talk in front of somebody, if you want to just be more confident, the acting class with Mary Wilson, Professor Wilson.
Yes.
She was fantastic. I learned a lot. It was a lot more than I expected. I got a lot more out of it than I expected. And not that I didn't expect a lot, I did, because she's a fantastic instructor. And that class was great. So I would highly recommend that acting class. And even for somebody, even if you're not looking for a degree, if you're just looking for a fun class, you will learn something, and you will learn to appreciate theater a lot more with that class. And she's also offering a communications class. There's actually a couple instructors offering the communications class.
Right. And the nice one about her class is actually a live class here in Pahrump. The other one is an interactive video class.
Oh, okay.
And both classes are great. But if you want to have a live class, an instructor right in front of you right then and there, then that's the class to take. And like you said, it can help you just become, a better public speaker, get more comfortable in speaking in public settings.
And not just that, but what I noticed about Professor Wilson is that she gives you tools, as teachers do, she's my favorite, so I'm just going to say that. But there's tools in these classes that even if you work with people, if you're a customer service representative, you'll be more comfortable speaking in front of people. Sometimes somebody will get a customer service job, and maybe they're embarrassed to say something, their confidence is down. But from a customer service job to being on the big screen, it's really fantastic.
It is nice, yep.
And I think because I took that class, I just recently went to Phantom of the Opera, which I'm going to talk about a lot more in a couple of weeks. I'm going to have a whole segment. But I recently went to that, and it was just fantastic. So you'll really see things and enjoy things and take it in a lot better with that class. So enroll in her acting class or her public speaking oral communication class. And there's also another class she has, I think. But there's a lot of local classes. I saw Mr. Mutton, Professor Mutton, he was teaching physics.
Yes.
And I was completely intimidated by that class. But I think after talking to him and talking to some of the students, it really piques your interest. And so right now, school is really exciting to me. So I think that I hope that this show will pique some excitement in some other people. I mean, especially school, not just because of the economy. I mean, that's just, but it's a reality. It's a reality, and it's a reality that you need to have skills, and you need to have skills to get a good job, and it's not getting any easier with only a high school degree.
It's a proven fact
to
that
get a job.
As your degree gets higher and higher, you get the pay significantly increases as you go along.
Yeah, I mean it's
And the nice thing is what you already said is that we can offer anything from a person who just wants to take a class for fun to somebody who wants to go all the way through their bachelor's degree. We can offer anything for any of those people. And it's funny, I have to mention this, and I saw it as you had the book open here, that our community education classes that we have, those are, relatively inexpensive classes. You can take anything from an introductory computer class. We have a basic crochet class. And this class, I have to say, I'm very excited about, and it's being taught by one of our full-time instructors, Dr. Fitzgerald, who is our full-time biology instructor, and he's going to teach you how to make cheese at home. And I'm excited. I want to take that class. I think that's going to be so cool. So,
when is that class?
It's going to be on April 29th from, 12 to 3. He's going to teach you how to make cheese at home.
That's
I'm really excited to take that class. He taught it in his biology class this past semester on how to make cheese, and I was talking to him. I said, you need to do that as a community ed class, and I think we'll get a lot of people to take it. So I'm going to take it. I think it's going to be fun.
And
that's just a good example. It's on a Friday. But that's just a good example of, a class just, fun. If you want to take a class just for fun, there you go. You can learn how to make cheese.
Nice. And we have a dairy here.
Yeah.
You can always find milk.
That's right.
That's awesome. We have just a couple minutes to go, and I want to get all your contact information out so that people know how to contact you. So let's get your location.
Okay, we are at 551 East Calvada. We are right next to the high school, so it's not very far down the road. If you want to contact me directly for any information, school information, or whatever, if you want to contact me directly, or my number is 727-2010 if you want to contact me directly, or the number is to the main campus, or not the main campus, I'm sorry, to our direct line is 727-2000, and they can get you in contact with whoever you need. If you need financial aid information, if you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to anybody, that 727-2000 can get you in contact with whoever you need.
Okay, awesome. And they can help you and guide you with anything, and your financial aid department is great.
Yes.
And if you don't think that you qualify for something or don't know, you can always call, because a lot of people have been guided over there, and they didn't think they could qualify, and then they did qualify. And even if you don't qualify, the classes are very inexpensive, and you have payment plans.
Yep. And I always tell everybody, like you said, you may not think you qualify, but it's even if you don't qualify, but what if you do? Take the 15 minutes it takes to fill out the application and find out if you do qualify. It can't hurt. I mean, there's so much, and people want to know about the free money, the Pell Grants and stuff like that, but there's also scholarships, and student loans. If you really want to go that route, you can get student loans. So if you're really serious about going to school, there are ways, and financial aid, everybody has to apply if they want to find those ways to get the money.
And if somebody's off work for a while, if you've been laid off, I mean, it's a good thing to fill your time and keep in your routine.
Yes.
So that and you're then more marketable too.
Exactly.
When you go back into the workforce. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And we're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Community Viewpoint. I'm your host tonight, Maria Hurst, and I'm joined by Jeff Peters from Great Basin College. Hello. We were talking a little bit on the break about financial aid and the process that people have to go through to get services from them. And they don't just, like you said before the break, they don't just help with just like Pell Grants. There's all kinds of different financial aid things, and it's good to just apply. So let's talk about the starting point.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk about financial aid, the starting point for that is the Department of Education's website, which is www.fafsa, which is FAFSA.edu. No, wait a minute. FAFSA.ed.gov. But
if you forget that, just Google, you can Google like Pell Grant, you can Google FAFSA, FAFSA. You can Google that, and you'll find it.
So it's,
but be careful. It's a secured. Make sure that you're on a secured website, because there is.
And I was just going to say that. I'm glad you said that, because if a lot of people will Google FAFSA or whatever, and you'll fill out your application, and at the end it says, okay, you owe us $70 to submit this application. That's not true.
Yes.
Because it's FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. So the application is free to submit to the Department of Education. So it's www.fafsa.ed.gov. Okay. So like she said, if you don't remember that, you can call our campus. You have the phone number. We'll be glad just to give you the website real quick. Or like she said, just Google FAFSA or Pell Grant, and you can find that website. And just remember, it is free to fill out that application. And we can't do any type of financial aid, no matter what it is, scholarships, grants, loans, without having you first filled out that application.
Because that gives you the starting point.
Absolutely.
And there's different levels. Somebody may qualify for you know, even if your income is high, you may qualify for help with a class, and then you get your books or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, you can. There's something out there for everybody. You know, I mean, unless you make a significant amount of money. But yeah, what was I going to say? I forgot. I was going to mention something about the FAFSA. Oh, and you know, the sooner you get it in, the better, because if you want to get financial aid for, say, if you want to come for a spring semester, which starts January 24th, then you want to do that as soon as possible to make sure you have your financial aid in time to get your money before the semester starts. So the sooner the better with that. And then March 11th, so if you do it now, you're applying for 2010 still. Mm-hmm. And then by March 11th of next year, you're going to want to apply for 2011. Mm-hmm. So each year you have to reapply, refill out your FAFSA, update your information. So basically, as soon as you get your tax return from 2010 done, you'll want to reapply. And that priority deadline is March 11th.
Okay. And then each semester, you just want to call the financial aid office and get there's like a data form.
Yeah.
That you fill out, no matter no matter what form of payment that you're using. You want to make sure that you keep them updated so that they have all your correct information.
Absolutely, and you'll have to renew that every year.
Very helpful.
They are. That's one of the nice things about being in a school our size. You know, we are the smallest school of the Nevada State schools. We are the smallest. I mean, you're almost guaranteed you're going to call a number and you're going to get a person to talk to.
I love
somebody
that,
that wants
by
to
the
help
way.
you. If you call, one of the other schools, UNLV or UNR, you may sit on hold for an hour or 2 hours. You may be a lot of them will tell you, leave a message, we'll call you back within 24 hours. You won't even get to talk to a person, and they may not even call you back in 24 hours. So that's one of the nice things about dealing with us is that you're gonna get somebody almost guaranteed right away, mm-hmm. and they can help you out. And like you said, they are very helpful, and they want to make sure that you have everything you need to mm-hmm. start the semester and go on with it.
That's awesome. Let's talk about not just the financial aid, but the scholarships that they have. There's a lot of little scholarships that people don't even know about. It's not just like a traditional scholarship that, you get out of high school or you're in sports and you get this scholarship. I got a scholarship. There's little scholarships that private organizations, nonprofit organizations give out to different demographic groups.
You can actually go on to our website, and that's www.gbcnv.edu. And if you click on the right side is a bunch of little links. And if you click on the financial aid link, that'll take you to the financial aid website. And they actually have a page you can look at that says scholarships. And they actually have a listing of the scholarships that are being offered.
That's very nice. That's nice.
You can also come into the campus if you want, and we have a list of those. You can get a list of all the scholarships being offered. Some of them will be very specific, like you said, mm-hmm. that are certain groups that are offering them. And, it could be one that you have to be from Pahrump to get. Mm-hmm. Or you have to be, a lot of them, because our main campus is located up in Elko, you have to be from Elko County or something like that. And mm-hmm. they're very specific, but there's some that are general. You just have mm-hmm. to be in, like, say, an accounting program. And you can You can get I actually saw one that is in accounting. You can get a scholarship if you're in an accounting program and stuff like that. And we also have one that is specific to GBC, and it's called the Re-Award. And mm-hmm. every semester, at the beginning of the semester, you apply for this scholarship, and it's a $500 scholarship depending on how many people apply, how many people get the award, and how much money is out there. You can get up to a $500 scholarship. You have to write I think it's a 100-word statement, essay, and you turn that in along with this application, and you can get $500, and it's $500 you didn't have before. I know some people may not think that's a lot, but that can pay for your books and a class if you mm-hmm. don't get financial aid. You can get a book, and you get your books and your class paid for with that small amount. If it's up to that $500, it varies mm-hmm. on how many people, and that's a specific scholarship that everybody can apply for, whoever's going to Great Basin College, and that's called the Re-Award. Okay.
And I hate to, we just have a couple minutes left, and so I hate to veer away from the bookstore, but there is a lot of places that you can get books. Great Basin has been very helpful. There's actually a board at the campus, too, that if if you're done with the class, you can post your book on the board and then sell it, and somebody else can save money, and then you've helped out another student too. Yes. So that's pretty nice. And there's a bunch of websites too.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a bookstore on our campus. It's, you know, it's something that people have thought about trying to do. It's not done yet, but we don't have a bookstore on our campus. So you can purchase your books through our bookstore in Elko. They'll ship them to you. Or there's many websites you can go to. And if you come into the school, we have a listing of websites that are really good to go find books. And that's actually one of the cheapest ways to get your books. And like you said, come on, and that board is right next to the office. Students sell their books, and that's another good way to find them and have them right away, because we don't have a bookstore.
It's really nice. And you get them pretty quick. Those websites do ship pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Or it's nice to get one from somebody locally. So the number to the school again is
727-2000.
Cool. And you want to get in really quick so that your instructor doesn't have their class dropped.
Yes.
And then you get the class that you want.
And on the other side of that, we are growing, and in the past classes didn't fill up, but lately these classes have been filling up. So
yeah, on the other side of that, that's true.
If you wait too long into the semester, there's a good chance that the class you want to get is going to be full. It's the nature of, like you said, the economy. More people are going back to school. We're growing so fast. We're one of the fastest growing campuses in the Great Basin system, and so it can fill and get full. And so if you wait too long, you're going to miss out on your class just because it will be full.
Okay, so go down. Thank you so much.
Thank you
by
for
the way,
I was excited to come and sit with you.
Thank you. It was great. And so go get registered and tell your friends and family. And we repeat on Sunday mornings at 6:30, and you can always catch us on YouTube on KPVM's YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type in Community Viewpoint, KPVM, or just KPVM-TV, and you can see all the segments too from the news and from Community Viewpoint. Thank you again, and I hope everybody has wonderful, safe holidays, and thank you, Vern. Fabulous job tonight. Vern's behind the camera tonight, so thank you so much.